that's following, thank you for following and continuing to follow. And those of you that are new, I want you to look back through my videos and you're going to catch up to what's going on here. This is the hearing for a restraining order. Excuse me. Kevin Bickford had written and complained about me doing stuff that I wasn't doing. He wrote and requested a restraining order. He also had somebody sign my daughter's name to a protection from abuse order, domestic violence, to keep myself and my daughter from being able to contact each other. And as a result, to back that up, him and his criminal frivolous buddies conspired along with, you know, well, they all work with the cops, to put a restraining order against me and to include my daughter. Well, here's the kicker of that. That's illegal because my daughter didn't request any of it. My daughter and Kevin did not reside together. My daughter and Kevin were not married. And therefore, Kevin had no business putting me or my daughter against each other in a no contact order. But because they were gearing up and premeditating a conspired story to take my grandson and arrest my daughter and try to arrest me, they arrested my daughter, they let her out, and then they went back and got her, and they threw her in on involuntary hold and shot her up with ketamine. So noting that, and that she still hasn't seen Jacoby, but Kevin, the fucker that's done all this and got away with it, got custody of my grandson from Department of Children and Family Services, and the judge has already ruled that Kevin is guilty of writing false statements, signing names, and the police accepting the false statements, filing for harassment, serving me with search warrants, false arrest, and obviously false charges. So why does everything keep on getting deleted? Is no fucking brainer. It's to hide the evidence that I have against them. But the truth is still going to prevail, and I'm going to keep on telling my story because it doesn't change. But the evidence continues to reappear. So with that being said, I'm going to let you hear some more of this.
I mean, you indicated with respect to this wouldn't even be taking place right now. They would have been able to decipher what's really going on.
Bickford again called state police and reported Crossan was again outside his door. He didn't have a door.
From me grabbing my phone and being able to take a picture that you can visualize him. It's right there in black and white. He's in picture, staring up to my window. There's no way around it. And it's not the first time he's made accusations like that. It's not the second time. He's made accusations before, telling me in a different manner that
saying that I'm being an annoyance and disturbing a person's
my grandson was in the hospital as a newborn. Told me that my grandson was dead and that my daughter was locked up and that I was next.
I took a phone complaint from Kevin Bickford, 5/21/1986. Kimberly was harassing him at his apartment door. Again, you're going to find out he doesn't have an apartment door.
He didn't mention me by name. He was looking directly
This
up into
warrant
my window.
commanded law enforcement to arrest Crossan on false charges.
I believe, yes, the cops were called. Yes, I believe that's part of his report against me.
And then says defendant me into temporary restraining and protection orders again.
Any report, so I really don't
Not
know
bringing
what he
his
said or what
signature.
the
She
police
knew
put in
nothing
their
about it.
reports. But they came with a search warrant on March 26th to arrest me, and
For what?
they handed me these two, the domestic violence petition, as well as the restraining order, the one from Brianna and the one from Kevin, the one from Brianna without her signature, it's somebody else's. And they told me, on the paperwork, it shows for the domestic violence that they were supposed to search me for guns and everything. If they have a complaint about me they didn't even search my house for accusations that have been made against me.
So in your complaint, you indicated that...
Somebody please tell me why we should be paying as taxpayers for cops to do stupid shit like this. I'm not going to file taxes because they're not going to keep my taxes to pay for this frivolous bullshit.
After February the 14th, were there any other incidents that involved Mr. Bickford and yourself?
Yes, March 9th, not March 9th, I believe it was March 1st, I made a complaint to the state police because he was out in the hallway, right outside the door of number 8, yelling, call the cops. She just tried to do something to your sister, and that was talking about my other daughter. He was apparently talking to Brianna or Kiana, and that's the night that my 2 younger daughters were here. One cornered me with the exit door while the other one spit in my face. I ran down the stairs. I called 911, and when I came back up the stairs, Kevin was standing there outside the hallway of number 8, yelling at me, "You psycho bitch, I'm calling the cops, you're going to jail." And I'm so tired of that. I don't even dare to leave my apartment sometimes because I don't like it.
Miss Carlson, you confused me a little bit. So there was some kind of interaction between you and your sisters?
My daughters.
My
And I
daughters.
reported it to the police on March 1st.
Okay. Which daughters did you have an interaction with?
Kiana and Savannah.
Now, I'm going to tell you about that right this moment. My daughter, Kiana, and Savannah have always been kind of close and whatnot because they grew up together. And if they had grown up with me, they would not act the way they do. Believe me when I tell you that, because I do not allow that kind of activity. And perhaps that's why my children don't come around now, is because I won't accept their lies and their negative activity. So when I tell you I didn't know what to do, I was so stunned that my own daughter would spit in my face. This is the same daughter that I've done a lot for. I've done a lot for all of my girls, and not any of them but Brianna will tell you that I've done for her. I set up birthday parties, Christmas parties, visits throughout my daughter's years, took care of everything for my kids. They wanted me there. I'd fly up, I'd drive up on a whim just to be here for them. Savannah, 20 years old, I could still insist on charges be pressed, but why would I want to do that? I'm not going to ruin my daughter's life. I want her to think, though, about what happened. And know that it's not acceptable. You don't abuse anybody. You don't abuse your parents. You don't abuse your children. You don't abuse your spouses. And anybody that does, you're worthless in my eyes, in my opinion.